need to come up with an intro video for this. So that's on my goal list today. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Good morning on this February 4th, Friday, February 4th. Olympic Open ceremonies just wrapped up. Spoiler alert, right now it's 8:30 here in central U.S., whereas in Beijing it's 10:30. So when you watch that tonight on NBC, yeah, it's taped. Don't mean to spoil that for you, but if you have Peacock, you could have watched it this morning. Pretty cool way for them to do it. Brought smiles to my face. It's always the Olympics is that time of year where it's always a good time. And of course, I totally could be a curling athlete. I know it. I know in my heart that if I really put everything I had into it, I could be an Olympic star at curling. Probably not, but hey, we all have dreams. So, morning, welcome in. First time here. This is what we do. We kind of set our goals for the day. Here's what we're working on. Here's our plan. We're going to do a recap of how this week has went, and looking forward to next week. But we want to set our goals for the day because when we start off the day with a to-do list, a goal list, something to accomplish, then we know that we're starting off on the right foot. That way we have something to check back against. So that's what we do here, and hopefully you do it along with us. If you're watching the replay, make sure, type in the replay, team replay, because we like to see when people are doing that. If you're now, love to hear your goals from you. Chime in. Let me know how you're doing this morning. Let me know what's in your cup. In my cup, I've just got a little water with the little Vitality energy drops. Somehow we have a case of these, and they're actually pretty good. So I don't mind them at all. So that's what we're drinking here today. So let's check in here. Kelly, good morning to you. Thank you for stopping in. Renee, is a pleasure as every morning. Jerry, hello to you. It is me. It's Jerry. It's Todd. It's the Todd and Jerry show. Like Tom and Jerry, only Todd and Jerry. And there's Kelly. I'm guessing BB Kelly. BB2 Kelly. Is it going to be Kelly? Christmas tea in my cup. Oh, that's a good thing to have. Christmas tea. I'm not even sure what Christmas tea is. So let's talk about this week. So one of the big things this week is our printer was scheduled to be delivered today, but I knew that there was a chance that wasn't going to happen. There is quite a big storm that is crossing the U.S., and I had a feeling it wouldn't be here today, and I was shooting for Monday. I just checked tracking, and it is sitting in Nashville, so it looks like we will have that on Monday. So the plan is still for Tuesday with Todd to kind of go through that. Everything shows up here on Monday. Our plan was it's going to be here. We're going to spend the weekend kind of rearranging things. We know how big our footprint is. We know what we need, but it's really hard to plan out something like that of where it's going to fit until it's here. I mean, you can do the blue painter's tape and mark out and say, hey, this is the spot I'm going to need. But until you can actually get it, physically get around it, see how it is, who knows how it's going to play out. Our goal by the end of the first quarter was to have the studio built out on that end, but that might change. There's some circumstances that came up that, if you didn't know, we brought in another child. We didn't have another child. We brought another one into our house, so we're making a room for her. So, hey, if the studio has to be put on hold to make room for a child to have their own space, then I'm totally on board with that. So we're kind of looking to see what we need to rearrange and how to move stuff around. We're also trying to see what's going to fit where. And we're playing Tetris. We're playing Tetris with equipment. So we can't wait till it gets here so we get to see where it's going to fit. I have a feeling it's going to end up right here. So this is all going to go away. Might end up over there. I'm not 100% sure. But once we get that, we'll go through there. Like I said, that should come here on Monday. So we'll do an unboxing showing what we got. Now, mind you, we didn't go with the 24-inch dryer to match up with our 24-inch printer. Main reason being is that it is 40 inches wide, so it will not fit through a standard doorway. So in order to get it to where we need to, that would be 1, 2, 3 doorways it needs to go through, and that means 3 constructions not happening. So we went with a 13-inch dryer. This way we're able to still use that 24-inch printer just fine. We're able to use our 13-inch dryer. It'll fit just fine. And then when we decide if the build out is going to happen, or the conversion of the garage, or if a new studio is going to get dropped off, that's something that we've talked about in recent days, and moving things around, then we will upgrade to the 24-inch dryer. So we'll still be good on that. Once we have it and we go through pricing, we'll be able to see where it sits in that. But rough estimate, on gang sheet pricing, maybe $4 a square foot. By gang sheet pricing, I mean over, a 12 by 24. Our pricing is going to come down on our transfers because of the speed that we're able to print at and the automation of it. So we're really looking forward to that. In the meantime, we're continuing to keep printing out. And so if you need the DTF, let us know. I want to put more packages together too as we move into the next phase of it with Little Monkeys, with Fat Dad. I want to put like number packages together, team names, design packages. So, coming up for Easter, here's an Easter design bundle, or here's, 10, 15 transfers. So that way you're able to buy them, test them out, see how you like them. If then you can order from there. So really looking forward to that next phase of our business going there. You're in the market for a DTF printer, get with Matt over at DTF2U. He's been great to work with. We've talked to him for a while. He's been in the print game for 20, 25 years. So, it's not like some of the companies out there that, just started in the last 2 years, 3 years, since, beginning of 2020. So, he's been in this. He knows it. He's been over to China. He's been in plants. He knows what he's talking about, knows what he's doing. He's going to have the service support behind you. And that's not saying that some of the other ones aren't, but there are some issues that I've seen on that technical side of things. So, when you are looking at that equipment purchase, you need to see, it doesn't matter what piece of equipment, always look at the level of service and support with it. I do know that you can buy these printers for about half the cost straight from China. A couple of issues with that is how long is it going to be before it gets here, and what kind of support are you going to have? And just because, when you can go to a place like, Alibaba and see the printers, a printer that somebody is selling for 15,000 here, and I'm seeing on Alibaba for 8,000. Whoa, they're marking it up, $7,000. Well, no, they're marking it up some. That's everybody's supposed to do that, right? You should be marking up products. But what that 8,000 is not including what it gets you to your doorstep. So you got to think about that whole, the importation, the transportation, everything to get it to you. So make sure that that's factored in there. And then what kind of support are you going to go with it? Like I said, right now it's 8:30 here. If it's 10:30 in China, if I'm during the day and I'm having issues, China, chances are there's nobody there because they're sleeping. So you got to think about that too. So you're not only paying for, maybe paying more for the equipment, but you're paying more for the service that you're going to get too. So keep that in mind anytime you're importing stuff. So that's always a great thing to do. We all want to, save as much money as we can, but sometimes when you save money, you spend money, pay for the service, pay for the support. A great example, we've got Kyle here from Annie Up. Kyle Kyle, what should we consider you? Because they just went through a name change on their group there, but Graphic Supply. So they handle, all of your, the same like us with Little Monkeys, where your vinyl, your HTV, your sign making material, your tumblers, anything that you need on that, they're able to help you out with it. Now their prices may be a little bit higher than what you find elsewhere, online, but guess what? They're there to support that. And that's what's going to happen. We can all shop by price. What happens when we shop by price is we cut out a lot of the small businesses, who are the small businesses? Us. So you're thinking we're saving a couple bucks, but we're costing it because, hey, we want that. We want it cheap. We want it fast. Well, what happens with that? Most of the times the support isn't there with it. So sometimes you are going to pay a little bit more when you order from a local company, when you order from a small business. The other thing too is you can see what happens. Like for us, one of the things, it was funny, if anybody was in the group last night, there was somebody who kind of called me out because, they're new to the group, and the only posts that they saw, they said, were me making posts about selling things. Well, 100%, of course I have. The thing is there's not a lot of other people posting things in there, and we schedule posts throughout the week. So that way, there's always content generating, there's always pushing there. And that's where I need your guys' help to post more topics in there, post more comments, ask more questions, post more pictures of your work, to show that it's just not me there. But I have felt that, over the last, 5 years, I've really have pushed, that education side of things, helping people out, help them advance their business. And yes, we do sell things, but we sell things to help you advance your business. DTF transfers, if we can help you create more revenue, for less work, great. If you can sub out some products to us to do for you to create it, that's what we're here for. We're supporting you in your business. I could go through, plenty of text messages, emails, personal messages, DMs, everything there of people asking for help, and we're right there to help them out. And then we do have our paid memberships on our paid trainings and that, because it does cost money to do that. But we really strive to give as much free information as we can out there, because we want to help everybody. When I started out in the business 15 years ago, now 15, 16 years ago, it was hard to find information. There wasn't, the plethora of knowledge of Facebook. You were finding it on forums. You were trying your best to do what you could, but nobody was giving up the information. One of the earliest people that I got help from was Josh over at Stalls, because back then it was, if you weren't a screen printer, you really weren't anything. You weren't a real decorator. And Josh is, with Stalls, has always been at the forefront of anybody can run a business. Anybody has that. So what can we do to do that? And so I got hooked up with Stalls and how they were running things, and that, hey, we can do this. And, our little business went from, just making decals to now we were making shirts, and we grew from there. But nobody was really saying how to do it. And I really frustrated because, that information wasn't available. And I really think that the information should have been available to everybody. And that's where, we came from. That's what we really wanted to do. And so I've always done my best to try and give more than I take. And if at any time somebody feels that I haven't, let me know. Hey, let me know how I can help you. I feel that I didn't get this award, the inaugural most inspirational and encouraging decorators community member in 2020 for nothing. I felt that I've always put things out there. I've always done my best to help everybody. And if there's anything, anybody has any questions, comments, concerns on, on equipment, we're always asking, hey, Tuesday with Todd is all about, how can this work? How can we make this better? What do you need help with? So if there's issues out there, let me know. And that's kind of one of the reasons I want a piece of every equipment, because I want to be able to learn it, to show how things work, how to make things do better, and just overall, have that experience with it. So, if you want to see less of me, then I need more of you, is what it comes down to. I know we're 12 minutes here in the vlog, and I always said I want to keep these, 20 minutes or less, 15 minutes or less or better. So I've been rambling on, but hey, our to-do list today, this is what we got. I've got a shirt order that needs to get done. I've got quotes that need to go out, which I'm really not sure of because I'm going to quote it really high because I'm not really sure if I want the job, and I need to make sure that it is beneficial for us to get it. So that's something to keep in mind too. You don't need every job. You need every job to be profitable. So, we're going to send that out. We've got a couple invoices due. I'm going to try my hands at editing some videos. Remember, one of our goals for 2020 was I was going to have 50 uploaded videos. Now, what I'm going to do is, since we have Q&A with TNA, that's on random Wednesdays. We try and do it twice a month, but with trainings and other things, that's the goal for it. I'm going to take some of those videos and I'm going to cut them down. So a question video. So I'm going to go through it, and that's going to be my start so that I can kind of get into it. But that's the goal for today, is to get a video edited for there. We've got the vlog that's here. That's on our list there. Corey's not feeling the greatest, so I'm going to try and do my best to be a good little house husband and take care of her and see whatever I can do to help with that. And then I need to, if I get the videos taken care of, I need to work on an intro video for this, because I've got the one for Tuesday with Todd, so I'm going to work on one for this here. So let's see. Where are you guys at? What are we talking about here? What do we got going on here with this? Let's see. Got Kyle over there. Thanks, Alan. Good morning to you. Josie, East Texas. Are you still cold down there? You still dealing with it? We've got a friend that took forever to get out of. I think they were flying out of Fort Worth because of the snow that came through there. So it was bad news for them. Exciting to get such a terrific machine. It's exciting and scary. It always is. When we went through our first expansion phase, when we went through, here, we're going to focus on the store. What did we drop? $40,000 in equipment in 2 years, $50,000 equipment. We bought new heat presses. We bought new cutters. We bought Dirk, our 54-inch VersaCam. We bought Roxy, our Spangle machine. Roxy left us this year, but now we'll get the DTF printer. So it's trade one out, trade for the other. It's always exciting to get new equipment, but it's also scary too, because it's a big investment. When you're spending, tens of thousands of dollars, it's scary. Because what if it doesn't perform as planned? The great thing is, if it doesn't perform as planned, I have a great rep that's going to help me with it. We've always talked about, hey, what happens if we're not printing? How do we go about this? They're working through that. They've got a process in place to help you with that. So I'm really excited about who we chose to work with. This is Matt over there at DTF2U. Has been amazing so far. So a great person to start a relationship with. I do have a feeling that as time goes on, there are going to be more types of equipment that they're going to offer across the spectrum besides DTF. It's going to be a great partnership to have there. And hopefully we're able to extend that on to you. Yeah. Support is everything. I would pay way more to have the support. Absolutely 100% correct. I know in this business, we always want to do it cheaper. We can get, I'm on this side, we can get an Epson printer and we can convert it. I'm not saying not to do that by any means. We carry the paper and the ink for those. That's what we started off with. When this one dies, chances are we're going to go to, no, there's no chances are. This year we will go to a 44-inch wide printer because we are going to add transfers to our services. So, but this one has been great. They asked anywhere from 3 months to 3 years. That's what I've seen. It all depends on the print head. Some work better than others. So, we all wanted to get started for cheap. We can all buy presses off Amazon. Hey, I'm not saying go out and spend thousands and thousands of dollars, to get off the start. We didn't, we got by on a shoestring budget. And as we grew, we took that money and we invested it back in our business. And we invested it with companies that would give us the support that we needed. TRW, Matt over there, must be guys with Matt. Yeah, if your name's Matt, it must be good. But Matt over at TRW was a really big help when we first started making that jump from there. A wealth of knowledge, wealth of information, and a lot that same qualities that we look for in somebody. They want to help people, and of course they're going to sell things. They have a business to run, but they're giving that knowledge to do it. And that's key. I'll spend more money with people who are willing to help out us and help out their community than ones that are just after that money. So yes. I will definitely pay more for that support. I was wondering if anybody in OSG sells rhinestones, tumblers, and other blinged items. Well, as a matter of fact, we do. Over at Corey's Business Little Monkeys, in fact, since she's not feeling the greatest, I'm going to go steal a project of hers to show that she's working on. So give me 1 second from her desk. But here's the latest project that she's working on. So she can't see it. She's up there. But yes, she does that. So Jerry just reached out to us, and we can do our best to help you out with it. Between glitter cups, epoxy cups, tumblers, we're carrying all of the stuff for that. We're working with Kelly over at Crystal Ninja, whether we're going to carry stones or do it. We already have the discount on stones, the discounted code that you're able to use through your affiliate links. But I do believe we're going to try and bring some in-house and see what we can do with that. But yeah, we can definitely help you out on that. What's up, Chuck? How you doing? Good to see you this morning. And Renee's great. This is why I went with Epilogue Laser. The customer service is second to none. And Epilogue isn't too far from you, right? It's not a short jaunt, but it's not super far. Epilogue is one of those things where you can get an OnTech laser for a third to half of what an Epilogue laser is. Nothing wrong with an OnTech, but there is some support issues. That's the thing. A laser is a laser, but the support behind it is where it's really at. You need to be able to have that, because if you're going through production, you're going through jobs, and you have an issue, woo, doggy. That's really where it sucks at. So yes, you pay more for that customer service because that's what it's there for. And then you guys are all carrying on a conversation. Renee, Jerry, good to see. I try to be very helpful. And Kelly, you know what? Don't appreciate me. Appreciate what we all do together, because I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to show up here. I appreciate everybody that posts in the group, anybody that comments to help each other out, anybody that posts anything. I appreciate each and every one of you, because, without you, there is none of this. There's no reason for me to do this, to sit here and talk. I don't really like to hear myself speak much. When I have to go back and hear it, it sounds really weird to me, and I'm getting better at it. And a lot of people, think that this is easy or hard, depending on which way you look at it. To me, live is pretty easy. I can just get on here and chit chat. I guess I do have the gift for gab, and I do have a knowledge source that I like to share with people. I want to do my best to always present that to people. There's been people in the past who have done their best to try and throw me under the bus. There's a couple people in particular, and if you know the story, you know who I'm speaking of, that said that they made me, and that really lit the fire, because nobody makes you except you. Everybody can give you the tools, but give you the sources, but it's up to you to what you do with those tools. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Worry about yourself and be the best you and the best business that you can. When you start worrying about other people, they're not paying your bills. You are. So, take care of yourself, be true to yourself, and don't worry about what others are doing. Get out there and get after it. That's the way I've always tried to be. Dean said, getting info was like asking their favorite fishing. Absolutely, Dean. It was horrible back then to just try and get simple information. I remember when I tried making my first screen printing, right? And I did, and I succeeded at it, and the client was happy with it. I had taken an embroidery hoop, and I had put the screen material in it, and I had heat pressed the stencil in so I could do one colors, because this is before I knew about transfers and how easy that was to do. And the client was happy with it, and I look back and I'm like, that was horrible work. And there's such easier ways to do that, but nobody was giving up that information, which really sucks. We want to be able to give that information, or at least provide those resources, because that's one of our goals, providing resources that empower business owners to achieve their ideas of success. And we've switched that up. I'm going to get the new one up here. But that's what we want to do, is we want to, provide those resources that empower people. Everybody, has success. It can have success if they just go after it for you. Brian, good morning to you. And Brian, I just noticed that in your profile picture, you don't have a hat on. I just realized that, I'm always used to seeing you with the hat on. So see you not that hat on that profile picture really throws me off, because to me, that's you and your brand. What do you use for voiceovers for your videos? I don't know, me. So there's a couple video programs that I'm trying to work with. I'm not saying that I've been dead against Canva. I've been dead against Canva for people that want to create printable work and think that it's vector artwork, when we need to add things like cut lines, or when they're not sure what transparencies are. I think Canva is great for digital solutions. So to things like graphics and things we're going to use online, but not the greatest on the other side. So I'm working with that on some videos. As far as voiceover, I think I can do a voiceover with that. I've also got another one that we might be white labeling as our own. It looks like we might be able to work out a deal with this company to be, they might be able to offer a white label product to us. And so a video editing software where you can create your own videos, and it's going to be like less than $50 total. I take that back. It's going to be like $97, but if you're a member of our groups, depending on the level, there's going to be percentages off, and you're going to be in it for under $100, one-time purchase price, and then be able to do what you want with it. So I've been playing around with that. I said, this is the year that I'm stepping up my video game, trying to get as much content out there as possible, because, the more content we get out there, the more people that we see. You got it. Sell. We need to sell, right? Here's the thing. I had this conversation yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yesterday? The day doesn't really matter. But one of my favorite movies is Boiler Room. I don't know, how many people know of the movie, but it's cheesy as all get out. But one of the best things that I've taken around from it is that, when you're talking with somebody, every conversation is a sale. You're either going to sell them on why they need the product, or they're going to sell you on why they don't need the product. So opportunity is a sales opportunity. And we need to take advantage of that. And one of the ways that I know we can is by continuously showing, here's the products that we offer. Here's how you can make money with them. Here's what you can do. So yes, we're going to sell. We're going to do our best at that. I love partnerships with people. Brian was a great example. I met Brian at Kansas City Trade Show last year, wasn't it, Brian? And Brian had a white toner printer that he thought was a brick. And I'm telling you, those white toner printers are not bricks. When people say for garments, they're not the best. They may not be the best for garments. There may be other solutions out there, but there's so much more that you can do with those white toner printers. And when you see the opportunities that you're able to deal with, and how you can bundle the things that they're able to produce along with other products, they're gold mines. And so I think the white toner has really gotten a bad rap. One of those will be added to our arsenal this year. And as far as things that will be added this year will be sublimation transfer service. We will be adding that, and white toner printing service. We will be adding that, because there's a few things I want to do with that. We're also looking at, instead of currently we print everything on sheets, like so labels If somebody orders 1-inch labels, they're going to come in a sheet, anything like that. We're looking at going to roll printing and see how that plays out. There's a couple little things that I need to see for sure on that. So we're going to invest heavily. We're going to invest heavily on the technical side, equipment side of things this year, because hey, we want to do our best to provide the best quality things for you. You're thinking of taking Kelly's class? 100% take Kelly's class. We sat in just at her make and take class last Friday before, at least Fridays. Great class there. She also has the online dojo. There's a lot of good classes over there. We've taken those. And then she's got the 3-day dojo, where if you really want to get into your business of stoning, I want to say it's a good investment. Don't quote me on it, but let's say it's $2,000. Might be a little less than that. Might be a little more. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't looked on the site. But that is an investment that will pay triple, if not 10 times. Look, 10x rule. If they have not paid 10 times what you'll get back out of it, because you'll learn the proper technique, gluing method. You'll learn so much out of it. And, hey, learning is earning, right? So do as much as you can to learn and, perfect that craft and buff it. I will let her know that she is doing beautiful work. It is. I love how this one is turning out here. And it's fun to watch her. She's really getting into it. I don't think there's anything else there I can really show off, but she's in it and she loves it. So we're at it for our numbers outside on our house. Those are done. Our curtain rods are done. Our shower curtain hooks are done. We've got lights. She's finding tons of stuff to do in the house. So it's great for it. Yes, Renee, do it, Jerry. Kelly and her crew are amazing. We are a great group of people. Yes, each and every one of you is an amazing person that has amazing potential, and I thank each and every one of you for joining me here for it. I don't doubt, Kelly Renee. It's whether I can capture the talent and market it. Yes, you sure can. Absolutely, you can get out there and do it. It's just finding your people and going after it for it. Very true. Lots of practice involved, and then having to price accordingly for the work you've done. Absolutely. Because here's the thing: is like when we get new equipment. Maybe it's just me, but I'm not one to, as soon as I get a piece of equipment, to know exactly how it works, right? There's a lot of testing. Like when we first got into DTF printing way back in 2020, that's why it's funny when I see people saying, hey, they've been in it here, a couple months and they know everything there is about DTF printing. So we've been in it since the beginning. When it first started showing up in the summer of 2020, really started researching it. Got some transfer people wanted to see how it is before we invested in our own. Am I an expert in it? I feel I am. Do I know everything? Absolutely not. There is something new every day, and I'm constantly learning as much as I can. Now, when we brought our equipment in, we went through $1,000 in ink and film just to dial it in. We'll probably, we'll have a good jump on the new equipment because we know things with it, so we know what we're doing. So it shouldn't be as much, but hey, there's going to be testing involved on that, and that all has to be accounted for. And the knowledge is what you're paying for. Think about it. If somebody thinks, hey, I can get something cheaper, be like, okay, cool. So here's $15,000 to go invest in your equipment, and here's another couple hundred to invest in the supplies, and go at it, have fun. Well, I don't want to do that. That's right. You're paying me to do it. You're not paying me for the piece. You're paying me for my knowledge on how to do it. So once we start thinking about that people aren't paying us for our product so much is the knowledge on how to make that product. Because think about it, really, today anybody can go to Walmart. I don't know that you can go to Target, but you can go to a craft store. You can pick up a cutter, and you can pick up vinyl, and you can cut, and you can pick up a press, or use an iron. You can make your own shirts. You can pick up screen printing kit, and you can screen print your own things. You can print out on your regular printer transfers and just cut them out. So everybody has the ability to go out and make it. What we have is the ability to make those things better and faster. So that's where our payment is in the knowledge on how we know how to do things in a professional manner for people. This is an old pick. Well, update it. Hey, update it. That sounds great about you having your voice over your program. Your voiceover program. Stay tuned. Yes. So we'll see how it works out. We'll go from there. Roll labels. I know, right? Roll labels. And I know it's been something we've talked about. It's just such a niche thing because that's all it can do is just rolls. And then once we get into that, now if we go into the lamination side of it, now we need the finisher for that. And that, I mean, we could be in this $20,000-$25,000 for something. And I don't know if it's an investment we want to make like that. So it's probably just going to be unlaminated labels off the bat, and it's going to be specific sizes and shapes. And that's just what we're going to start with. So that way we can see where everything is instead of dumping a ton of it. But we do know through our printing service that it has been requested. So looks like something that we should check more into. And so that's why this year, yes, roll labels will be available. It'll be the 3-day class in California, which is next month, I believe, right? I think there's one coming up here in March. And what a better time to go to California than, in March. I mean, for us to go in January was amazing. I can only imagine that March is going to be the exact same because San Diego, I think it just stays the same time, same weather all year round. It's just great. Yeah, how cool were you at our place? Thanks for the support. Oh yeah, because we were at the studio. 2 weeks ago, right? Is that what it was? We were at the studio 2 weeks ago helping out there. So we put up a green wall. I haven't posted pictures of that. We had a green wall there. Renee cut out the signage that is going to go up there because that was getting stoned for it. With a lot of organization. We cut out some templates for them to use. We did a lot of fun stuff out there to help them out because Kelly has always helped us out. So that's what happens when you know people in the industry and you're able to help them out. Guess what? They usually help you out too. So that's why I say, don't try and bash everybody and be better than everybody else. Try and be an equal playing field and help everybody in the industry. You're no better than me. I'm no better than you. We're all born in this world, and I've yet to find anybody that has that's not going to die. So while you're here in that short time, I look at it, what is it? We are nothing more than a comma and an encyclopedia of time. And is anybody going to remember us when we're gone? Chances are not. So do your best when you're here so the people that are here do remember you. I know, right? Let me get all off soapboxy on that. Let's see. Yep. Hopefully she feels better. Yes, the class is at the end of March. She should be feeling, I'm hoping she'll feel better. We have JoJo Siwa concert tonight that we're not going to. We're sending the older with Hattie to go to that because that was Hattie's Christmas present in 2019. And then 2020 happened and the concert got canceled, postponed. And now here it is 2 years later. And pretty sure it's not the same JoJo that we bought tickets for 2 years ago. So or 3 years. We'll see how it all plays out. Okay. Like I said, I wanted to keep these like 20 minutes or less, and here we are 30 minutes in it. You guys are still here with me. Thank you for that. Thank you for taking the time out of your morning to join me in my morning. We've got our goals for the day. We've got shirts to do. We've got quotes to send out. We've got transfers to print, invoicing to be done. We're going to edit some videos today. We're going to set up for our vlog next Monday because, like I said, I'm going to try and bang these out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If a holiday falls on a Monday, maybe not. But that might be more of one where I do a live vlog because on most holidays that are Monday, I like to, do some fun stuff, whether we're grilling out, smoking some stuff. I'm not trying to keep this, business all the time. Well, one of the other things of the goal that I'm going to put out there is we're putting up a new gazebo this summer, and I'm kind of moving all my cooking equipment to that because we've got our pellet smoker, our gravity fed smoker, our electric smoker, our offset, our gas grill. I don't have the charcoal grill anymore. And then our flat griddle. I'm trying to build an outdoor kitchen, and then I think I might have some videos to come up on that and start up a Fat Dad Eats channel because I like to eat, I like to cook, I like to have some fun with that. All right. So, you guys, thank you for coming in. I want to see what you guys are working on today. So go over to our group, Business Basics, osgbusinessbasics.com, and post what you're working on today. Let us see. Make sure you're leaving the comments in here so that we can always have fun in that. Yes, a cooking gazebo. We got a steal on one. Remember, I sent you the picture of it. We got a steal on one at Lowe's at the end of season last year, and so we didn't get a chance to put it up, and it'll be going up this year. Started diner. No. So see, now you'll get me on this ramble. Here's the problem is I love to cook and I love to cook for people, but when is the optimal time to cook for people? Nights and weekends. I don't want to do nights and weekends, right? I'd love to. I've catered some events, barbecue events back in the day, and I loved it, but didn't love giving up my weekend. So I'd much rather cook for a group of people, have them over, and go through that. I really love. I love to get over there. So here's the thing. Thank you, Kyle, for reminding me that I need to purchase a new domain for that because we did change our name from Business Basics to Business Success because we've come to the realization that our business just that group was more than just about the basics of business. And there's people that have been in this a while and they're like, I know everything about, I don't need to know the basics. Well, yeah, you do, because we still run into people not knowing how to price their stuff, right? When you are asking questions, what would you price this at? No, I don't know. What would you price it at? What's your numbers tell you to? So we changed the name to Business Success. We want everybody to be successful, have a successful business, but I need to buy the new domain for it. So thank you very much for that, Kyle. I'm assuming it's Kyle. Maybe it's Amy, but I'm assuming that's Kyle. I need to add that to the list, so we'll get that done, which is great. This is why we do these to-do lists, these goals for the day. So remember, here's some things in the comments. If you're watching this after the fact, let us know what your goals today. Let us know what you did. Go to the group and let us know what you're working on today, what you worked on, and we'll do a recap of that. Like I said, this week overall, we were waiting on the printer. We had jobs come in, jobs go out. We didn't have anything super stressful that happened. We didn't have anything crazy. We didn't have anything. It's still a mellow time of the year for us, so nothing out of the ordinary there. Oh, I did. Hold on. Let me grab something for you because I want everybody to know that if you go to SNS's site, right? You go to SNS's site and you look at because earlier this week Bella 3001s we needed black. They were out. They have now since replenished the stock, but when we ordered them, there was nothing in black. Now they did have an ox blood black. Is what it was, an ox blood black. And when we looked at the picture, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna pull it up on my phone real quick and see if I can pull it up on here, just in case you don't know what it is, or it'll be all on the same page for it, because I want to be able to show why we did what we did, and we can talk about what we need to do more. So Bella, and then we're gonna go to the ox blood black, and let's see what we got here. Maybe oxblood black. Yes. So we're going to accept that. So oxblood black, when you click on it, that's the image, right? So okay, cool. It looks pretty black. It might be like a faded black, kind of remind me of a bleach black. So we're going to go ahead and go with that. So here's the color, where it looks black back here, right? It's here, but there's the color. It's more like a maroon. It is, let's see if I can get it there. It is not black. In fact, I'll grab a black shirt so you can see the difference of it and know what we're speaking of here. But according to them, that look black, so there, you can really see the difference there. Not black. Now, what's better, Bella 3001. Now, what's better is, there's that picture. There's the picture there. And that's what we looked at. But when you click over, guess what? It's a totally different picture. So the model, and you can even see it down here, you can see the difference in shades for the model is not wearing the same shirt as what it is over there. So pay attention to that, because luckily the customer, they needed them for a one-time event. And so we said, hey, here's what these look like when they came in. Like, we can get black if that is what you need, no worries, but let us know if these will work for you. And they're like, yep, those will work, don't worry about it. Okay, cool. But there's something to keep in track. Make sure you look at all the pictures when you order things. So that was the only big mishap that happened this week, and then our equipment not showing up till next week. But other than that, great week. Got to talk to you guys as always this one. So get after your day today. We will see you Monday morning again for this. I'm going to try and keep it low, and here we are at 40 minutes now. So you guys have a great day. Get after it. Have fun this weekend. Get out there, enjoy it if you can, and keep pressing on. I think that's what we're going to go with. Keep pressing on, guys.